as we dive into everything we saw on Saturday. 7,786 days. That's 21 years, 3 months, and 23 days. That is how long John Cena took to turn heel on Saturday night at Elimination Chamber. 10 months away from his retirement. And
I'm glad you figured that out because my math skills are awful.
I did that all on the top of my head. All on the top of my head, Mark. And here's the thing. There's going to be a lot of people who said they saw it coming. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to say that I knew it. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Until you actually see it happen, it's something that you never thought in a million years would happen. But that's exactly what happened. John Cena aligning himself with The Rock, Mark, on Saturday at Elimination Chamber. And this is the beginning of a new era, which makes me even doubt that John Cena's going away in 10 months. Who's to say now that anything we knew or heard from John Cena is the truth?
Well, he out there in Hollywood, it's only befitting you sell your soul.
He sold his soul with only 10 months to go. He sold his soul.
Oh, man.
Amazing. And Bully, that was, I love those laminated lists. That might have been, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who will agree, the greatest heel turn of all time. I did not see it coming. My jaw dropped on Saturday night when I watched Elimination Chamber.
I think we can sit here this morning and say we didn't see it coming because we talked about it enough. It was out there. I think we just all shot it down. I shot it down myself.
Yeah, I did.
It was definitely out there. Many, people called in. We floated it. So I have a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts about what I said. Feelings. Well, no, not those kind of feelings. Not like real human emotions. Ugh.
Well, you know what? There was a lot of human emotion on Saturday. I was listening to our Sunday show with Justin LeBar and Jonathan Hood. Jimmy Corderas, who was there, called in and said he actually saw people weep, like children crying because what they saw from John Cena on Saturday. So there was a lot of feelings and human emotions by what they saw on Saturday.
I mean, WWE released video of John meeting with Make-A-Wish kids before the event. I mean, I would imagine that, yes, there were children crying in the arena. But we talked about this, and Dave, you've heard me say this. Mark, you've heard me say it. Mark, I know you can appreciate this. I love it when they get me. I love it when they pull the wool over my eyes. I love it when I get worked. I love it when I get taken down that road, up and down that roller coaster, around the bend, highs and lows, until we got what we got the other night.
I'm on the other side of the coin. The way that it was done, like I don't mind The Rock doing this,
throat slash,
and giving do it, but I didn't want to see it coming. I didn't want John to just and shake his head and do it. I would have liked to seen Cody just go, oh, and John kicked him from behind and turned around and ate him. And now we see who's doing what was the horrible deed. But when he kind of reacted to it, like I was just like, damn. I would have liked to seen that come from out of nowhere rather than see it right down the pike. I'm nitpicking.
Mark, I'm gonna go. I have to go completely opposite direction than what you just said, Mark. And just for my liking, I love the way they did it because of the drama, because of the shot. That look on John Cena's face, they will replay forever. That look on Rock's face with the throat slash, they will replay forever. They will give you camera 1, camera 2, and bounce it back and forth to show that they were on the same page in that moment. That's Hollywood right there. That look tells you everything that you need to know. Like I said, they got me. They got me good. I loved it. I thought it was a masterpiece of pro wrestling, masterpiece of sports entertainment. Hook, line, and sinker. I mean, as it's building up at the end, you know something's coming. You just don't know how they're going to get there, how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And I thought they did it very, very well. There was one moment in time that I think something might have been odd in the ring, or maybe that they could have tightened up. I didn't know why there was so much time after Cody said F you to Rock. There's an uncomfortableness in the ring. They're all just standing there kind of looking at each other as if somebody was supposed to do something, or maybe John was supposed to shake Cody's hand quicker. There was a little bit of a delay in there, but I don't really think it affected anything.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand what you guys are doing and breaking it down and breaking down this moment, and there's a lot to talk about from the moment that John Cena won the Elimination Chamber to how we saw that PLE go off the air on Saturday. But I got to tell you, as a wrestling fan, that was one of the greatest moments I can remember. Like, I thought it was absolutely played perfectly, and there's a lot of things to break down, and I just want to rewind a little bit and play it out almost in real time. Cena wins, and again, you get John Cena, who after the Royal Rumble, very uncharacteristically in the press conference saying, I don't care. Like, I've been very unselfish my entire career in the WWE. I've done a lot for the WWE. I'm playing my ace. I'm calling in my shot. I want to be, in the Elimination Chamber. I want an opportunity to become a 17-time world champion. And then you see what played out where Seth Rollins takes out CM Punk. Cena wins the chamber. And then Cody comes out. And you see that. And all I'm thinking about, guys, is, man, this is going to be a pass the torch moment. Bully and Mark, we talked about it where at times I thought we had that passing of the torch moment between Cena and Cody, but you both had told me, no, you need to win a match in order to pass that torch, a la, going to that next stage like a Hogan beating Andre at WrestleMania 3. So all I'm thinking is now Cody's going to have the opportunity of that pass the torch moment. John Cena, the face of an entire generation in the WWE, and now it's Cody's time to be the face for this new generation of the WWE. Rock, go ahead, Bully.
I wanted to get back to something real quick because I didn't finish my thought on the pulling the wool over my eyes. Guys, I feel like I was fooled more than anybody else. And I have I got a really good reason. And when I tell you guys, you're going to be like, wow, yeah.
All right.
You want to guess, Dave?
Well, no, hold on, because when we get to that point, I want you to unveil, because I want to get to that. But so when we get to that point where you got the wool pulled over your eyes, throw it out there, because I'm interested to hear what that's going to be. So then The Rock comes out, and we knew that The Rock was coming out. Comes out with Travis Scott, and that's significant too, because Travis Scott is like, he's had like about 5 #1 hits recently on the Billboard charts. So this is kind of like, I don't know, name an artist like when at Bash at the Beach being there with Hogan, when he turned. Like, this is like significant in that way. Again, the WWE has that stage where you have like a Cyndi Lauper or a Travis Scott like we saw on Saturday. And then The Rock is, approaches Cody. All right, be my brother, be my champion, sell your soul to me. And it's funny, now when you look back at it, The Rock must have known the entire time that Cody wasn't going to sell his soul. He must have known that the entire time. Thus the plan with John Cena. And then they played it perfectly too. The verbiage that Cody used, like he goes, you know what? It's not my soul anymore. And then he says, it's the soul it's in this ring. It's these fans. And then the go fuck yourself from Cody Rhodes. And why that's so significant throughout the entire PLE, and it was driving me nuts where I'm pulling out my hair, is that they were bleeping out the holy shit chants during that PLE on Saturday. I mean, you talk about no cursing. There was zero cursing during that entire PLE to the point where they were muting out the holy shit chants. But the home run, the grand slam with Cody saying, go fuck yourself,
makes it seem that much more unplanned.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. And
where they
couldn't shocked hit the you.
Yeah.
Like, but like I was watching it with a group of people. I was watching with a group of friends. And when Cody hit that go fuck yourself, we all jumped up. Like, we all jumped up, our hands raised, like, that's our champion. And by the way, the entire crowd in that stadium popped as well. Then you have, and I understand what you're saying, Bully, where there's this, like, almost like awkward, like, where everybody's kind of just like looking at each other, like a good, the bad, the ugly, like where it's like a showdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all kind of looking at each other. And then Cody looks at Cena, and Cena got that big smile on his face, goes over, gives him the hug. And I tell you, this is no lie, a cold shiver down my spine when Cena gave that look to her. I have never seen that look from John Cena. When he gave that look to The Rock, it was like, holy shit. And when he kicked Cody in the balls, you read it on the faces of everybody at ringside. Everybody's jaw just dropped. And like going back to what you said, Bully, yeah, we could talk about it. Oh, yeah, could Cena turn? Could there be a heel turn? But until you actually see it, it's something that you could never believe. Like, you know, like I just never thought in my lifetime that I would see a John Cena heel turn. And the fact that we're 10 months away from his retirement, and this is when he pulls the trigger on the heel turn.
Why not?
Listen, it's a whole new John Cena, but like my point is, Mark, I never saw it coming because I never believed that it would actually happen.
Hey, Dave, if you sell your soul, you're not in charge of the time no more. Throw the time out the window. Throw it away. The Rock owns John Cena for the foreseeable future. And somebody has always got to be the pawn. Who better than John Cena? Who better than to tarnish his own legacy and lift up the name and make The Rock a bigger heel and more powerful? And John Cena's not an easy win. It's no easy win. Ask Seth Rollins. Ask CM Punk. Is it an easy win? So now you have another player. Business is just about to get better.
Well, I mean, Mark, to your point, like if you weren't invested in the road to WrestleMania, you are right now. Now, a lot of people were confused by The Rock and his promo to Cody. We came here on a Monday. We're trying to make heads and tails of it. Bully, you put up that poll, which was almost like split down the middle of people who liked it and people who kind of didn't like it because they were confused by it. Now everything makes sense. You talk about connecting of the dots. Bully, you mentioned earlier about the watch. I want to know about what The Rock and Cody, that, what was that gift? What was that? Was he returned? We saw the watch. That's how Cody got busted open, was by that watch. Cena used that watch to bust Cody open. And then there's the throat slash. At Bad Blood, we saw Cody, Roman, and Jimmy Uso in the ring. The Rock goes 1, 2, 3, throat slash. What did we see after what happened with Cena when he gave that look? 1-2 throat slash. So now they've taken out Cody. Does that mean Roman and Jimmy Uso are next? Is this how the bloodline becomes part of this story with The Rock? This story is not nearly done. Now we're close to WrestleMania. We're what, like less than 2 months away from WrestleMania, guys. There's a lot more meat on the bone when it comes to this story before we get to Cena and Cody at WrestleMania 41.
And let's not forget, at Bad Blood, when Rock did the throat slash, what's the other thing that he did what was so symbolic?
Other than the throat slash?
He threw up the number 3, which is the same as John Cena's 3. Right?
Well, I mean, he went 1, 2, 3 throat slash.
There is a shot
Saturday,
of Rock doing this. There's a still of Rock just putting these 3 fingers up in the air. And he did it in reverse. So John holds the 3 fingers up, palm side facing you. Rock was holding the 3 fingers up in reverse.
Okay.
So the signal, Cena and Rocky's bat signal, was out there for the world to see. And nobody put 2 and 2 together. Maybe somebody did. And this is why I believe I've had the wool pulled over my eyes more than anybody.
All right,
because if anybody should have what, Dave?
No, I'm saying, but then why did The Rock do the 1, 2 on Saturday? He did the 3.
I don't know why he did the 2. I'm sure there's a signal. I'm sure that has to do with something. I'm just saying, everybody's like, how did we not see this alliance between The Rock and John Cena? Well, the signal was there, right in plain sight, and it's the 3. And that's how I feel like I had the pull. If anybody should have saw the 3, it was me. It's my signal also. Me and Devon, 20 years of throwing that up in the air. So that should have been like a smack in the face, like, oh, he threw up a 3 and he threw up a 3. Oh, that's the link. I didn't even see it.
If you really look at it, like you said, Mark, at the beginning of the show, the signs were there. But, like, until you actually see it happen, you don't believe. It's the same thing, like, people are going to compare this to Hogan at Bash at the Beach. Like, if you really looked at the signs were there for Hogan to turn. But you just never expected Hulk Hogan, after all these years, to turn heel. I think it's even more significant with John Cena, because John Cena's, like, why turn him? You're 10 months away from retirement. Why turn now?
I don't think John Cena is going to remain a heel throughout his retirement tour. Let's just go by this final 10 months. I don't believe Cena runs it out as a heel. As a matter of fact, I'll take a guess here. And listen, I was not right about the Cena heel turn at all. I'm the one who said, nah, don't think it's going to happen. I think Cena is the heel up until WrestleMania.
All right. So Mark, what do you think? Do you think that this is something that just gets us to WrestleMania and then we get John Cena finishes up his WWE career? Or is there something maybe that we're missing here?
I think that John Cena had at his next press conference, and The Rock is there present, and everything is what it is that we all know it is right now. The explanation from The Rock is, I had all these sit downs with Cody. I shared my Terramana with him, and he always had this damn blank look on his face. I just knew that I had to have a plan B. I knew I had to have a plan B, because now Cody needs to say that, you know what, it bothered me. It bothered me not just for me, it bothered me for you, the fan. It bothered me because he fixed his mouth to say something, to ask for something that don't even belong to me. I gave it to you years ago. It was belonged to my father. It belonged to my mother. It belonged to all the people that love Cody. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to now. But all of that stuff he said, you want the fan base to be in an uproar behind him. Because Dave, like I said before, if Cody said no, The Rock is going to throw everything at him but the kitchen sink.
I believe it. I believe, and Mark, I think he already knew that he was going to say no. But I'm looking at this completely different than you guys are. I think he's going for 17, and I think John Cena's getting 17 at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
31.
Oh yeah, the company needs that.
Yeah.
You know, you brought up the point that Ric Flair was not always a WWE guy. He's not a self-made WWE guy. And why would you not put it on Cena? Why? Homegrown, big-time babyface, everybody knows, and the story of him being a bad guy at the end of his career when he never has. I was in Louisville his first day. From the prototype to the conversation of what they were going to call him. John Cena was not the first option. So being John Cena was a big deal. A very big deal. And he got to lose all his time out as that guy.
I also think that the WWE, Rock, Cena, Cody, I think that they have all earned the right after Elimination Chamber to have most of the people out there keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, be happy.
You don't pull something like that off. You know, a lot of people up until, and listen, us too, like some things don't make sense. Dave, you get mad, especially when Rock goes on the press conferences right afterwards. Yes. Like what Cena did at the press conference, wonderful, beautiful. Thank you, John. Thank you for connecting the dots. If I was Rock, I would have loved to have seen him stay away from it. The last thing I want to hear are those press conferences like right now. Let those moments. See, the last moment I have in mind, right, is Rock at a press conference. I have Cena at the press conference doing a mic drop, which basically means F you. And now I have Rock talking about it. I would love the final vision in my mind to just be what happened in the middle of that ring.
Yeah, I agree. Have Cena do, because you can't burn the candle at both ends. You can't have Cena being character in the press conference and then immediately after have The Rock being completely out of character at the press conference. That's a disconnect for me.
Yeah, they can't do it together, that's for sure.
Yeah, but they did that on Saturday after what we saw at Elimination Chamber. But you know what? I'm keeping it to the ring. I didn't even watch The Rock in the press conference because you know what? I don't want to. I don't want. Yeah, no, it's not even just so much I was mad. To me, I'm buying into what I'm seeing on my TV. So what? I don't want to look behind the curtain right now. What I saw on Saturday was one of those moments that I just want to enjoy as a pro wrestling fan. I want to root for my guy Cody Rhodes, and I want to hate John Cena. I don't want to know how the pasta's being cooked. I just want to be able to enjoy what I'm seeing. So I watched Triple H on the press conference, and then that was it. I tuned out.